All right, I just wanted to give a couple thoughts about that thriller that we just watched with Boston and Atlanta. Shout out to Ice Trey. The last time he was in Boston, they were chanting that he was overrated. I know they ain't chanting that now. With that 40-footer, felt like to win the game. On the Atlanta side, just some quick thoughts. They played the best defense that I've seen them play all series. DeAndre Hunter struggled as usual, but the bright spot really was John Collins. He gave them some force. He gave them offensive rebounding. There are a couple of times when he got switched on to Brown and Tatum, and he took them to the lone blocks. So, I mean, he's gonna if he can give them some production like that, they definitely have a chance to win at home. I had been wanting them to take him out of the series and maybe go smaller with Sadiq Bey or Johnson, but they stuck with him, and he definitely paid dividends. I like that they went to a Kongwu down the stretch. I've been thinking that for a while. He's a better player than Capella, so hopefully this is something a sign of things to come. He can switch out to guys better. Trae Young made a lot of threes. You could see that he got comfortable, got a rhythm, really got comfortable getting switches and attacking their bigs. That might be a sign of things to come later on in the series. I think Boyan played fabulous today as well. He made a lot of timely shots. There was a opportunity when they were down 13 in the fourth quarter, 91-104. I thought the game was over, and Boyan went on a little 5-0 run, which kind of kept them in distance, which allowed Trae to have those hero shots at the end. When you talk about Boston, uh, things to concern you, one would be Robert Williams. He was gimpy towards the end of the game. I think that's why Blake Griffin came in. Someone has to explain to me what Grant Williams did to Joe Mazzulla, why he has not played at all this series. I have a couple Celtics fans in my life. The only thing I can theorize is that this might be some, chess move play to, deflate his value because he's eligible for a contract this offseason, because it doesn't really make sense. A guy that was a big part of the rotation is not playing. A guy who many people in Boston media criticized for playing too much down the stretch is now not playing at all. So that's one thing. I don't think Tatum has played well at all this series, and it's not like they're really defending him. Again, I think Hunter's struggling. It's just he's just not making shots. He's not playing with force. Maybe this is something that he's still a young player. Maybe he can add it in his bag later on in his career, but he doesn't really have much of a post game. And this would be a series where he could post up and take advantage of some of the smaller guards that get switched out to him. So that's something to look forward down the stretch. All in all, I really like what Boston did. I early in the game, I thought that they were aggressive, hunting out good shots. Excuse me. I really like the shots that Boston got earlier in the game when they were attacking high pick and roll when Jaylen Brown, the ball was in his hands, but the offense mucked up towards the end of the game. And for a team that went to the finals, they they look shook at times. They made a lot of dumb plays. The Marcus Smart foul, half court, that's a dumb play. That's not the type of play you would think a team that's been to multiple conference finals, been to the NBA finals last year would be making. They didn't look like a finals team. We've been here before. We know what we're running. That's always been my issue with Boston as a contender and a title team, is just that where do they go in the last stretches for offense? It just seems it's all over the place. We saw with LeBron last night, at the end of the day, they're going to go LeBron AD pick and roll or LeBron ISO that top, and LeBron's going to make the play. It's just, do you feel that comfortable with Boston in these stretches? Again, this is a team that's been to the finals. This team to been to the conference finals on multiple occasions. And I still have a level of concern when I see them in those stretches. So game six, again, anything can happen. I know that Philadelphia fans around the league or around the league, around the country are rejoicing that they got an extra day's rest for the big fella to come back from his knee injury. And I'm excited to see game six. I think Atlanta, that crowd is going to be insane. They're going to be playing with a lot of confidence. There's going to be some anger on the Boston side. It's anybody's game. I'm not going to say Atlanta's going to win the series because I would like them, Boston, in the game seven at home. But You never know. Ice Trey has pulled it out before. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And as always, the game is the game.